2, 3, 4.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, welcome back to another review from Roy's Reviews, and today we have got a pod tank review. Yes, it's a rebuildable pod tank for the Voopoo series. Fits on, I have it sitting here on top of my Argus GT, but you can actually put it onto any mod you want to. So I'm going to drop down to the table, going to show you around it what it comes with or what it consists of. It doesn't come with very much. And then we'll come back up top again and we'll go through my pros and cons of what I think. Okay, welcome down to the table, and here is what you get with your RTA pod tank. That's the box it comes in. One piece 2mm, because we are TPT. RTA pod tank, and you get an accessory bag. Oh, just the barcode on the back, and the Voopoo manufacturing details on the bottom, and the scratch and sniff intensity. You get a user manual, it shows you how to build it. You get the pod, you get the Allen key, you get a coil, and you get some cotton in a little bag. Now, you did get a little fuse clamping coil, which I've already used. This is one of my own to make up, and we'll just take you through the tank. Oh, forgot. You also get that bit as well. So that's how your tank comes. It's the Voopoo adapter PMP coil. It's on the bottom, which is the same of any of the ones that you have. You get with the Voopoo stainless steel. You also get them in black, which I don't have to hand at the moment. This is the bit of the coil then that actually you're rebuilding. It's in here. Now it's a very similar design, as you can see, to the standard one, which takes the normal coil. This is the 4mm, so it's actually smaller than the 4mm, and it is smaller than the 2mm, wherever I have set mine at the moment. I don't know. So that's the fill port. Again, same place as it is normally, just on the bottom, on the normal PMP. And to get into it, it's got some nice knurling along the side. It's glass, no drip tip on it. It's in the same style as these. The mouthpiece is slightly wider all round. Can't change the mouthpiece. The metal's actually inside it, so if you did really need to change this outside of you break it, you probably could buy replacements, because you can see two nice little O-rings holding the metal part, chimney part on. Some nice knurling around the side, so you can actually hold it. Twist the top part off. So if we zoom in, you can see some residue. And some nice doming on the chimney there, and then outside is where the juice goes. And here we have the deck. It's all juiced up for me juicing up. As you can see, down through the airflow comes through from the bottom, through there and there at that side. You can see all the way through. It then comes up through there to the top. So the airflow comes straight up the middle. Your coil is going to be sitting across here, and the airflow is hitting the coil right in the bottom and around the two sides. That's a wick port, and that's a wick port. You want your wick just to sort of dam into there, so you get a nice constant flow of juice coming through. The two screws there and there are Allen key scrub screws. And then you've got nice wide ports there and there for your wire to go in. So your coil will be sitting across like so, if I take this the right way, like that. So your coil sits in the middle. Coil sits in the middle, and the airflow comes up through. Now this is a 3mm coil. It's probably the biggest that I would put into it. So let's get this bad boy sorted out. Screwed on. This is where the fun bits, me building on camera, comes into it. Right, what way around are we? That way. So the screws are up. And it's a matter of getting into the holes. Oh. Once it's in, tighten up. And tighten up on the other side. You have to make sure your coil is not touching the deck. Take off this a bit more. And then once your coil is not touching your deck, you need to trim off your legs as close as possible to the posts. And then transfer the whole thing onto a mod so you can dry burn in the coils. And I'm putting it onto the Voopoo Argos. And reading 0.25 on there. So let's take it down from 50 to dry burn them in, down to 30. You can see the residue starting to come off. There we go. Coil is nicely heating up from the inside out. Then you just need to let that cool down a little bit before we put the cotton into it. The cotton I am using today is fuzz cotton from the Yorkshire Vapor. I don't know if you can still get this. Organic cotton, approximately 1 yard. Still don't know if you can get this. But mine was signed by Stu Vapes a long time ago. I've had it sitting. It's just because it was handy to reach than my normal fusion cotton. Okay, so just pinch and twist it, feed it through, making sure it's snug but not too tight and not too loose. And then you just need to trim off the edges. Just go to the edge of the rebuildable, like so. Feather out the cotton just to get rid of any loose ends and make sure that it's all nice and porous. And then you just tuck it down into the juice board. and the same on this side. You don't want it too tight, because if it's too tight then it's too restrictive and you won't get the juice flowing up through. Like so. So I need to put some juice onto this, and I'm going to get some left. I'm going to use some Tony's one and only strawberry peanut colada. It's used up, there's not much of it left now, so better way to do it than on here. Get your dripped onto it, soak it in. And then once you've got your cotton well and truly saturated, you just need to screw your top cap back on again. Make sure it's on nice and tight. Take it off from there and just give it an extra little turn. You're going to need to take it off anyway, because then you need to turn it upside down. You probably will, if you're like me, get a little bit of juice coming down through the air holes because of putting it over the top of the coil. And then fill up your massive 2 ml tank. Goes over, wipe away any excess. And join me up top when I go through the pros and cons of the Voopoo RTA pod tank. See you in a moment. So welcome back up again, folks. That was a good look round the little Voopoo PMP pod tank, RTA pod tank, not PMP. It's the Voopoo RTA pod tank. Let's start off with the cons. The cons. 1. It's a 2 ml tank. You're going to be constantly filling this thing. It goes through e-juice like there's no tomorrow. Excuse me, I do apologise for that. Yes, you'll be going through e-juice like there's no tomorrow on this, so you're going to be filling it. That is the only con that I can get with this. It is a little bit pricey. It cost me £25, but you are getting the top pod, and yeah, it's metal. It's around the same price as you would pay for a dripper or a tank. Anyway, so it is, but you're getting the fact that it fits onto this, and also the smart mode on the Argus actually sets your wattage at what it should be. Again, this was purchased by me for the purposes of review and use from Ciggy Vape. I'm not sponsored by them, I just have that up there because I got one. Yeah. Flavour wise, comes down to your building skills. If you build it properly and make it properly, you will get really good flavour. It is as comparable to flavour as of the PMP coils. With these bad boys, I would say the flavour is on par, if not just a little bit better, because you also can, adjust to what build you're putting in there, so you can get your wattage right. Camera's a wee bit. Right. So, any other plus points? Good build quality. You've also got your little adapter, so that if you are running out in this, you can just take that off and you can stick in your next PMP coil. your old PMP coil tank. So you can change between the two of them, change flavour, because if you've bought this, the bigger one, and you've got the weird one with one of your devices, you can put it on. And it's also compatible with the devices that come with the drag series. There's a little pod that's on there as well. So you've got the versatility. It goes across, because you actually can take it off this. I haven't actually tried this before. Where is it? You try it on the, here, on my Drag S. It's picked up the wattage. So it's versatile across everything. It's across the types of drag, Drag S, Drag X. The whole, I really love this from Voopoo, the fact that they have made everything compatible across it, and it's, you're not having to buy 6 million different coils, 6 million different pods. The whole system is versatile enough to be used across all of them. So, smooth, yes, it is smooth. It's not overly noisy. Let's get the airflow open wide. So the airflow now fully wide open. As you can see, flavour for days. Close it right down, just on one, and clouds for days. It is a really restrictive direct long hit. Could you mouth along it? You can, but it's a very, very loose mouth along. I would definitely more say it's more aimed at direct long hits, especially if you're doing your rebuildables and you're like me, cheapskate. You might find it, if you're not wanting to buy packs of coils all the time, buy a thing of cotton, some wire, wrap your own wraps, and away you go. And the £25 price point of this coming in at a rebuildable tank soon gets wiped out, because over the course of 6 months, 7 months, whenever you're building, if you're going through a lot of ages, building your own is a lot cheaper. As a tank, great flavour, smoothness, a little bit more noisy than, because they bought my airflow. No, but I would give it a 9 out of 10 from me. So it just remains me to say, if you've enjoyed this video and want to give me a thumbs up, much appreciated. Drop me a comment down below. If you're giving me a thumbs down, still give me a comment down below to me I'm doing better. And if you're not subscribed to me, please hit the wee subscribe button. Every subscription is very much appreciated. And for everybody who has subscribed and is watching this video, thank you very much. I very much appreciate every single one of you. And it just remains me to say, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you've been watching this review. Take care now. Bye.
1, 2, 3, 4.